Graduates, you look amazing tonight. Good evening and welcome to the Joliet Junior College May 2019 commencement ceremony. My name is Dr. Judy Mitchell, President of Joliet Junior College and your host for today's very special event. Will everyone please rise as we begin our program with a presentation of colors by the Joliet Police Department. Herbert Alexander, our soloist and JJC employee, will lead us in singing of our national anthem. He will be accompanied by Philip Spencer, JJC music professor.
Detail. Halt. Left. Please. Present. On.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Order. Up. Right. Hey. Mark time. Mark. Forward. Mark.
Thank you to Mr. Alexander and Mr. Spencer for the beautiful rendition of the national anthem. Please be seated. Tonight, we honor our 2019 graduates and for their outstanding academic achievements. Nearly 600 graduates have joined us this evening, and we are proud to have them all here. A warm welcome to all of you, especially the family and friends of the graduates, whose guidance and support has been so important to our students. In fact, I'm positive our graduates would not be sitting here without your support. This evening, our graduates commemorate the completion of their studies at JJC, and soon they will be on to new beginnings, either in the workplace or at a four-year college or university. Joliet Junior College is the nation's first public community college. We have been serving students and educating our community for generations, since 1901. Thank you for making JJC your first choice. We know that the success of a community college is determined by the strength of its leadership at all levels of the institution. This starts with our Board of Trustees, all who volunteer their time and expertise to govern JJC. I'm pleased to present to you this evening the Joliet Junior College Board of Trustees and would appreciate if you held your applause until everyone has been introduced. First, Mr. Mike O'Connell of Shorewood has served since 2009. Mr. Dan O'Connell of Joliet has served since 2015. Ms. Alicia Morales of Joliet has served since 2015. Ms. Shalma Marin of Skokie, who is our 2019-2020 student trustee. And finally, I'd like to mention 3 trustees who could not be with us this evening. Mr. Bob Wunderlich of Joliet is the chairman of the board and has been on the board since 1977. Ms. Maureen Broderick of New Lenox, who is vice chairwoman and has served since 2015. Mr. Jake Mahalik of Joliet is secretary of the board and has served since 2017. Please join me in recognizing the Joliet Junior College District 525 Board of Trustees. I have to apologize. There is one trustee who I omitted, Ms. Nancy Garcia, JJC trustee appointed in 2019. And now the rest of the platform party. Mr. Thomas Gonzalez, 2019 graduate and tonight's student speaker. Ms. Danielle Massey, Student Service Recognition Award recipient. Ms. Teresa Carrillo, English professor and tonight's faculty speaker. Dr. Yolanda Farmer, Vice President of Student Development. Dr. Randy Fletcher, Vice President of Academic Affairs. Rob Gallick, Vice President of Administrative Services. Melinda Carter, Executive Director of Human Resources. Jim Sir, Executive Director of Information Technology. Kelly Roeder-Tonelli, Executive Director of Communications and Marketing. Ms. Maria Rafek, faculty member in the Technical Department and reader for this evening. Ms. Carrie Lane, faculty member in the English and World Languages Department and reader for this evening. And Ms. Jillian Becker and Ms. Malin Gotlin are sign language interpreters for this evening. Bringing greetings on behalf of the Board of Trustees is Trustee Mike O'Connell.
Thank you, Dr. Mitchell. Good evening, graduates, family, and friends. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, let me be the first to say congratulations on becoming a graduate of Joliet Junior College. It's been an honor to have you as students, but also to know you will continue to make us proud as you pursue your goals as an alumni of JJC. Remember, this is your college and that you will always be welcome, whether you're looking to learn new skills, pursue another degree, or enjoy a concert or athletic event. You did not reach these goals alone. Your professors, your family, your friends were important in your success, and they should be commended for that. You are the future leaders of our community, and I know your education at JJC has prepared you for this responsibility. Congratulations on your accomplishments.
Thank you, Trustee O'Connell. At this moment, I would also like to recognize a very special graduate, Shirley Crowell. Shirley's persistence and dedication to her education is truly exceptional. Shirley has been a student here since 2004. She is 84 years old and has retired from 2 careers, but wanted to earn her degree to show her grandchildren the importance of an education. Shirley, will you please stand and be recognized? We are so proud to call you a JJC alum. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce our student speaker, Thomas Gonzalez. Thomas has always been in pursuit of a quality education. That's why he made a hard choice at age 15 to leave behind his family in Mexico and pursue classes in the United States. He has cleared multiple hurdles in 4 years since his move, which he'll share in his speech with you tonight. Thomas graduates this evening with associate degrees in both science and in arts, which he has accomplished in just 2 years. Gonzalez's academic commitment at JJC is symbolic of the journey that brought him to our campus. While at JJC, he was involved in student government, Latinos Unidos, International Students Club, and much more. He is majoring in electrical engineering and will transfer to the University of Illinois at Chicago this fall. With that, please join me in welcoming Thomas Gonzalez to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Mitchell, for the introduction, and hello, class of 2019. I want to congratulate every single one of you. We did it. It takes hard work, persistence, and determination to be where we are right now. We have accomplished another achievement, and we should be proud of ourselves. I hope the message I share today will be meaningful to the graduating class, as well as the friends and family that are present today. There will be times when everything that can possibly go wrong will go wrong. And you're going to have two options: to give up or to keep fighting. I went through many problems, but they are the reason that I'm here today, because I was able to overcome the challenges that life had for me. Today, I love to share my story with you. I was born in Chicago, but moved with my family to Mexico when I was 3. By the time I was 14 years old, I asked my mom if we could all come back to the US. My mom looked at me and said, "Tommy, it's going to be hard for all of us to go. We already have a stable job, and we would have to start from zero." I said, "Okay," and thought that I would ask again later. Middle school graduation was right around the corner when I asked my mom again, "Hey, Mom, I'm almost going to graduate from middle school, and I'd love to start high school in the US." She looked at me and asked, "Is this really what you want?" I responded, "Yes. I know that if I go to the US, I will have a better education and more opportunities." She then talked to my dad, and after a couple of days, they both agreed that sending me to the US was for my better future. My dad contacted many friends and family until one agreed for me to stay with them. I was so happy and excited. Many great thoughts came through my head. But then, the day of my flight, it was when I realized how much I was going to miss my family and friends. When I was saying goodbye to my family, I looked at my mom, and her face turned red. Tears came through her eyes, and I couldn't hold myself but to cry in tears. I gave her one last hug. I didn't know when was going to be the next time I was going to see her again. The day of my flight, I asked myself if a slice of pizza from Giordano's was worth this trip. Just kidding. The day of my flight, I asked myself if I made the right decision. I didn't know if I was going to be able to adapt to a new life. My first weeks at Morris Community High School were the hardest. I couldn't understand anything. I wasn't able to speak English. I couldn't make friends. There were even times that I didn't want to go to lunch because I wasn't able to make a simple order. I had two options: to give up or to work hard enough to achieve my goals. The thought of earning my degrees was what kept me going. I used every opportunity to learn and practice. At 5 months, I was able to understand and comprehend what people were saying, and by the time of 9 months, I was able to hold a conversation with people. And here I am. Now that I was able to speak English, I started focusing on my classes. By my junior year, I was doing great in school. I had many friends, I joined sports, I had a part-time job, and I was happy with my life. But at the start of my senior year, everything fell apart. Problems started to arise, and my best option was to leave what I considered home. I didn't have a place to stay. I called my ESL teacher and mentioned to her my situation. A couple days later, I got a call from her. She told me that my bio teacher from junior year was willing to take care of me for my last year of high school. I was extremely happy because I was given another chance to continue my education. I wanted to work even harder for this new opportunity. It was then when I realized that I had everything, but I didn't appreciate it as much as I do now. I had a place to stay, food, friends, and an education. I really couldn't ask for more. My teachers from high school always told me to get involved in college, and that's what I did my first week at JJC. My first semester was very successful. I was involved in many clubs, I had a part-time job, and I was a full-time student. In the summer of 2018, I decided to take 14 credit hours of pre-engineering courses while working a part-time job. I remember very clear my last week of classes. I had 3 exams and 2 finals, all in 3 days. We all been there. Finals week, no sleep, and high amounts of stress. Yet, we have been able to move forward with hard work and determination. I said to myself that this week was going to be over sooner than later. The night before finals, I thought to myself, 4 hours of sleep or a chance to get a couple of A's. That was the best nap I've ever taken. After the summer session was over, I was happy and surprised by how fast it went. I was proud of the results. I learned a couple of things over the summer. Hard work will pay off, and bad times will end sooner than later. The desire to continue my education let me do things that I didn't know I was capable of doing. Today, I realize that everything happened for a reason. My perspective of life is very different than before. I had to choose to keep fighting and to go through defeats and struggles to be the person that I am today. And that's a message that I want to give everyone today. No matter what challenges life brings you, if you have the desire to succeed, there will be nothing that will stop you. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2019.
Thank you, Thomas. Best of luck to you, and we are so proud to call you an alumnus of JJC. In fact, graduates, we are proud to call all of you alumni. There are many benefits to being an alum of Joliet Junior College, and I should know, I am a JJC alum and very proud of that fact. Tonight, you received a gift from the Office of Alumni Relations to welcome you as valued alums of JJC. No matter where life takes you after graduation, we encourage you to stay connected and continue your relationship with JJC through a variety of programs and events. The Alumni Advisory Council is also a great way to stay engaged and support the next generation of mentors and community leaders. Our students' journeys are largely spent in the classroom, learning from our truly amazing and dedicated faculty members. And each year we recognize the positive and lasting impact they have on our students and on the college. So I'd like to take a moment to recognize our full-time Faculty Member of the Year honoree, Teresa Carrillo, Professor of English, and our part-time Faculty of the Year honoree, Nancy Seymour, Professor of Nursing. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you for your unwavering dedication to improving the lives of our students and ensuring they have access to an excellent education. Tonight, we are honored to hear from full-time Faculty Member of the Year honoree, Teresa Carrillo. Professor Carrillo began her journey at JJC in 2009 as a tutor before joining the faculty full-time in 2010. In the classroom, Teresa goes beyond the call of duty to engage her students and guide them through their college experience. Her students, who are often dually enrolled in developmental writing sections, speak to Teresa's passion for teaching. She is proactive in the areas of college readiness and placement testing and has been instrumental in the college's goal to develop programs to provide strong academics for students transitioning from high school to college. She is a member of the Illinois Reading Council, the National Council of Teachers of English, and through her application to the College Reading and Learning Association, she successfully secured accreditation for the college's Tutoring and Learning Center. Teresa attended college in South Carolina and graduated from Clemson University with her master's degree in 2000. She currently resides in Bolingbrook with her family. At this time, please join me in welcoming your faculty speaker, Teresa Carrillo.
Good evening, Board of Trustees, graduates, faculty, staff, administration, community. Students, you may think that life has been easy for anyone who is faculty, but let me share something that might change your thinking. I begin every semester, every class in exactly the same way, and it goes something like this. When I was 11 years old, my mom sustained a brain injury from a terrible car accident. She never returned to the workforce, and sadly, she was given misinformation about disability. So, my father did what a good dad would do. He shouldered the burden to provide for an impaired wife and 4 kids. He worked various tool and die and manufacturing jobs, and some were good with great benefits, and some were not so good. While a junior in high school, Dad said something that is hard for a parent to say. There are 2 things in life that I cannot buy for you. One is a car, one is a college education. For those 2 things, you will have to work. So we did. I say we, because although I didn't have financial support, I had mental, spiritual, and emotional support from those around me. I worked all kinds of jobs. I tutored. I was a seamstress for a boat industry that made vinyl boat seats and accessories. I sewed costumes for a stage company. I was a deli worker. I was an assembler on an assembly line. I did some injection molding for a plastics division. And I was a substitute teacher for middle school. You have never really lived until you substitute for middle schoolers. One summer morning, as I was finishing my 3rd shift plastics job, my father came to see how I was doing. He shouted over the loud machine, "This is why you are going to college, so you don't have to do this for the rest of your life." You see, he was reminding me that while the job was hard, there was purpose in it. There was a goal. He was saying, don't quit, keep going. My parents always took an interest in what my latest job was, made sure there was food for lunch packing, and shuttled myself and my 3 brothers all to our jobs. We drove that Chevy Suburban all over the county. So many people came alongside me. My siblings, my youth pastor, my faculty advisor, my friends, and even managers. While these individuals were not paying financial dividends, they were giving me priceless, lifelong learning lessons. I learned self-discipline. I learned to work as a team player. I learned to manage my time and not waste small minutes. I learned to prioritize. Work could not come before my family, my fiancé, or my faith. I had to problem solve. I learned to finish the job even when it was hard or boring or not my first choice. I learned to take an interest in others and what was going on in their lives, since I met so many people from all walks of life doing all of those jobs. I learned to be thankful for things that money cannot buy. So tonight, I say thank you. Thank you, Dad, for your wonderful example. Thank you, Jeff, who worked right beside me at that factory and then wanted a forever family. Thank you, church family, who cannot hear my words, but were faithful in pointing me up to the right direction. Thank you, Dr. Yvonne Boone, who had the courage to give me the grade I deserved on that awful paper, a D. And then, thank you for your office hour in which you guided me and my writing process. Thank you, Dr. Mary Krause, who told me, don't despair about taking a developmental writing course. It will make you a better teacher. And she was not just talking about grammar. So what about you, students who will turn graduates in just a few minutes? You celebrate yourselves tonight, but who is the we in your life? Who watched over you? Who on this staff encouraged you? Who listened to your problem on the worst day ever? Who loved you enough to tell you to get your act together and then helped you to do it? Which faculty member was brave enough to give you that bad grade so that you learned your lesson to quit procrastinating? Have you said thank you? Now, go. Lead. Be a leader. Tommy, thank you for being a leader. Lead by thanking people all along the way. Remember that you are not an island, and you really do need we in your life. Do hard work with your degree. Be thankful. And someday, you might just find yourself giving the Faculty of the Year address to thousands of people at JJC. Good night, and God bless. I want you to have this. This is for you.
Thank you, Teresa. And for those of you that don't know, she was so kind, she actually gave her tassel to Thomas so he could send it home to his mother in Mexico. Now, Dr. Yolanda Farmer, our Vice President of Student Development, will recognize this year's Student Service Recognition Award recipient.
Thank you, Dr. Mitchell. Each year, we recognize an outstanding student or students who have demonstrated remarkable achievements in and out of the classroom by meeting their academic goals and making contributions to the community through service. At this time, I would like to ask Ms. Danielle Massey to join me at the lectern to be recognized as our Student Service Recognition Award recipient for 2019. Danielle is a psychology major from Lockport. She has been a member of the JJC's Honors Program in Phi Theta Kappa, as well as a co-president of the Practicing Mindfulness Club. Away from campus, she volunteers to advance educational opportunities and access to mental health services for residents. She plans to transfer to a 4-year university after JJC, where she hopes to study neuroscience. Danielle says everyone has something valuable to contribute to the community. In helping others and combining our collective gifts is what makes the community stronger. Making the community a better place while bettering ourselves are two things I find to be important about service, Danielle says. She also says that out of all of her service activities, the most memorable is a time related to the annual Fosterpalooza celebration, an event for foster children and their families to celebrate the holidays. There was a time after the event where her volunteer group worked to find places to distribute extra gifts. I found this time after the event to be most powerful, Danielle says. I had some time to process everything we accomplished at the event. The faces of joy that I had seen, helping those in need, and making an impact even when no one is watching and all the fun has passed. Celebration and grit are what sets service apart from mere participation in labor. Well, Danielle, we are thrilled to celebrate your commitment to service this evening. Tonight, Danielle will be presented with a monetary gift donated by the Joliet Junior College Student Activities Office, as well as a plaque to commemorate this honor. Congratulations, Danielle.
Thank you.
As we have said many times tonight, our students do not reach this milestone on their own. Many have offered support as they've strived to reach graduation, including the professors who have taught them and the administrators and staff who ensure we are providing the best support programs, initiatives, and facilities to our students. I would like to ask the Joliet Junior College faculty, administrators, and staff to stand so that we can recognize them for their talents and efforts in making JJC the first choice for our students and community. Now, to recognize students who have achieved noteworthy academic success, please join me in welcoming Dr. Randy Fletcher, Vice President of Academic Affairs, to the podium.
Good evening. It is my honor to provide special recognition to those who have excelled in their academic work at Joliet Junior College. Graduates wearing the gold honor stoles are members of the Alpha Lambda Phi chapter of Phi Theta Kappa. This membership in Phi Theta Kappa is by invitation only. In order to be considered for membership, a student must have a minimum of a 3.6 grade point average, be judged of good moral character, and possess qualities of good citizenship. Will the May 2019 Phi Theta Kappa graduates please stand and be recognized? You may be seated. The Joliet Junior College Honors Program was designed to assist students in all majors who wish to achieve academic success through challenging and stimulating coursework, extracurricular, social, and service activities as well. We would like to recognize the students who completed the rigorous requirements to graduate with full institutional honors, a distinction of both grade point average and completion of honors coursework. Please stand when I call your name. Ramona Butler, Giselle Camacho, Anthony Corallo, Brandy DeCarce, Kyle Eichhorst, Caitlin Finu, Nacor Heredia, Jana Kujawski, Peter Klepek, Sabrina Lucan, Danielle Massey, Winter Meldrum, Marco Montiel, Capricia Neal, Taylor Nelson, Isaiah Newell, Stephanie Orozco, Stephanie Roney, Sarah Shalinsky, Owen Suwoski, Linnea Volkart, Alejandra Zavala. Will all the members of the Joliet Junior Honors Honor Program please stand and be recognized? You may be seated. Students who have attained a cumulative GPA of 3.5 or greater on a 4-point scale are recognized by being granted their degree with high honors. Will those graduates stand and be recognized? You may be seated. Students who have attained a cumulative GPA between 3.0 and 3.5 are recognized by graduating with honors. Will those graduates stand and be recognized? You may be seated. Congratulations, graduates, on your outstanding achievements.
All graduates, please rise. At this time, I present to the Board of Trustees of Joliet Junior College District 525 and gathered faculty, staff, family, and friends, the candidates for Certificates of Completion and Achievement, the candidates for the Associate in Arts degree, candidates for the Associate in General Studies degree, candidates for the Associate in Science degree, and the candidates for the Associate in Applied Science degree. Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the State of Illinois, I now confer upon you the certificate or academic degree to which you are entitled. Congratulations. You may be seated. And now, the time you've been waiting for is here. I'd like to invite our trustees to stand and greet students as they receive their diplomas. Faculty members Carrie Lane and Maria Rafek will announce your names.
Caitlin Lorraine Pokraki. Stephanie Marie Adamson. Lamus Alexander. Sandra Juliet Sanders. Enrique Christian Aguilar. James P. Wood. Sean Matthew Brinkman. Zach Joshua Zilm. Alan Simon Alvarez. Marco Montiel. Jillian M. Pearson. Omar Flores Villa. Emmy McIntyre. Sabrina Dion Lucan. Owen Swatsky. Hugh Boland. Kevin Ortiz. Delaney Laceman. Alondra Flores. Jonathan Tinoco. Brooke Elizabeth Monday. Lauren Marie Bulow. Stephanie Orozco. Emily Nicole Guzman. Naslin Blanco. Dolores J. Rojas. Isabel Quintero. Alyssa Zadell. Jacob Anderson. Richard Hernandez. Rebecca May Murrell. Jorge Miguel Angel. Nacor Heredia. Omar El Harache. James Thomas Banis. Kayla Jordan Lenine. Allison Hunter Newman. Samantha Ante. Sebastian Escalero. Marla Centora. Logan Williams. Isabella Schaefer. Trudy Powelson. Christian Cezanne. Tatiana Schrader. Joseph Lewis Lyle. Jamal M. Gillespie. Ariba Saeed. Vanessa Gutierrez. Raquel Cernas. Sarah Nicole Kelly. Megan Blank. Christopher Mickelson. Lisa Marie Selewski. Ronnie Lee Wixom. Mary Margaret Bonomo. Giselle Herrera. Rachel Workman. Jacob Jericho Quijano. Winter Bell Meldrum. Zachary Michael Detloff. Juana Maria Barajas. Melgorzata Mikulauska. Anahi Fierro. Sandra Aguiar. Jonathan Richard Tellerico. Jeffrey Newland. Leonela Beatriz Soto. Martin Willem Whalen. Jeremy Francis Kenyon. Sabia Bobeski. Kenneth Marson. Christopher Thunhurst. Alejandra Zavala. Alyssa Pometa. Cynthia M. Martinez. Abigail Marie Gerstenkorn. Nicholas C. Mugavaro. Peter Klepek. Sarah Elizabeth Shalinsky. Vivian Madrano. Gerson Bachelor. Erica Ray Moreno. Jessica Santowski. Tristan Scott Romero. Connor Michael Christian. Anthony N. Bernard. Hannah Garby. Kayla Garby. Anna Karina Lopez. Jake Thomas Kessel. Izar Montserrat Olivares Mina. Kelsey Hannon. Allison Margaret White. Christian Hamilton. Katrina Marie Peterson. Nicholas Edward Sable. Ryan Dunn. Kelly Kramarski. Lexi Ann Maher. Mackenzie Jacqueline Melendez. Allison Frances Cookman. Kylene Elizabeth Kincaid. Victor Xavier Colon. Kyle Eichhorst. Jennifer L. Vogenthaler. Stephen Michael Stahersky. Shelby Louise Fox. Emily Bastida. Joanna P. Dykeson. Mary Lou Quiros. Australia Spencer. Jalen J. Jones. Monica Hope Saragosa. Allison Virginia Davis. Cassidy J. Williams. Hamza Durrani. Kiaka Cope. Amber Ribara. Elizabeth Ruiz. Angela Alfreda Howard. Jasmine Marino. Aisha Chantel Huddleston. Dylan J. Borzum. J.P. Zanai. Laura Torres Amaya. Katrina Suzanne Fries. Carrie Jo Worthington. Melanie Ann Smazik. Margaret May Justo. James Robert Keneally. Makita Epiphany Hubbard. Haley Ann Sohan. Damian Allen Fuentes. Samantha Elizabeth Lynch. Brenna Lorraine Bruno. Angelica Lucetti. Kathy Silva. Cara Ashley DeSanto. Marco Antonio Calvillo. Isaiah Jordan Alexander Newell. Capricia Irene Neal. China Monique Nicole Van. Taylor Daniels. Monique Obi. Anthony R. Carollo. Kyla Agizio. Kira Danielle Gleason. Gianna Fagist. Luis Morelos. Mariah D. Simmons. Miranda Harrison. Kurt Villadelgado. Lashana Epting. Marilyn A. Allen. LaJean Davis Mast. Devin Cooley. Jessica L. Goodrich. Corey Lynn Jane. Jordan Mincer. Jefferson Abraham Charrington. Brandon George Carlson. Amber R. Roble. Antoinette M. Glover Jones. Jessica Nicole Justice. Kaylee Frigo. Margaret Ann Herod. Jana Lynn Kajowski. Juan Tinoco. Justin E. Payton. Michael Gonzalez. Anthony John Maitland. Morgan Kelleher. Elizabeth Salazar. Giselle Laisu Kamako. Victoria A. Placencia. Christina Atamian. Lauren Hively. Jocelyn Diaz. Ambriana Smith. Heather Lynn Vogt. Victoria A. Adioui. Violet Ayala. Sunita Sharice White. Christiana Naomi Peterson. Brandon Augustin Quintero. Naomi Rodriguez. Jacob Valentine Bell. Kelly O'Brien. Sarah Ann Dobbin. Stephanie Sadie Santillano. Brittany Tamayo. Megan Marie Pollock. Sonia Otila Barbaro. Gloria Alexis Sains Loya. Ariana Angel Di Persia. Gabby Jurgantita. Megan Grobley. Nancy Paula Rios. Nayubun Patel. Carrie Frazier. Samantha Ray Watts. Brenda Escobar. Angelique Klemick. Zaina Faraj. Joelle Tokarczyk. Francesca Natasha Engel Salamat. Todd Mayland. Ashley Marie McShane. Jessica Sanchez. Tierra Dominique Kimbrough. Eric Joseph Spain. Jasmine Gonzalez. Teresa Ann Floric. Yolance Villagomez Morales. Rosara Jasmine Cannon. Gerald Lonell Davis. April Nicole Hauscher. Miriam Rocha. Xiomara Lopez Gomez. Arcelia Cabrera. Deanna Taborn Dale. Jacqueline Marie Otero. Karen McLeod. Cynthia Selena Alvarado. Elena G. Reardon. Essence Rain Budak. Summer Ann Evans. Thomas C. Fry. Jessica Yamali Campos. Penelope L. Johnson. Tanya Jewell. Zangelica Veronica Chafee. Kelly Ann Zygan. Acacia Marie Walker. Lauren McComb. Shirley J. Crowell. Tierra Cherie French. Gustavo Angel Mendoza. Crystal Elizabeth Garcia Centeno. Leticia Perez. Sherry A. Bond Lilly. Courtney Brianne Surges. Jacqueline Sue Beatty Hobbs. Samantha Sanchez. Sassy Hernandez. Kendra Lynn Anifer. Brian Miller. Manny Quintero.
Jessie Marie Matchnick. Candace Simon Brown. Daniel Carl Schuster. Lucas Stranowski. Nico Matthew Ness. Tyler J. Calhoun. Amber Ariel Utowski. David Manuel Castillo. Emily Nicole Hubner. Kimberly Krankle. Emily Mazur. Caitlin Michelle Wateska. Joseph Kalmus. Andrew Wesselhoff. Thaddeus Malash. Matthew Jurek. Alexander Michael Kirch. Jake Thomas Lyons. Martine Chavez. Bradley Michael O'Sullivan. Samantha Barrios. Liam John Van Drill. Nicholas White. Justin William Talty. Charlene Heather Kavanaugh. Joseph Guy Bartoli. Stephen Lipinski. Courtney Elizabeth Payer. Artemio Rodriguez. James McGowan. Melinda Van Overmeeren. Christopher Heem. Nicole McGee. Brittany Michelle Yenzer. Kirsten Nicole Burt. Juan Ramon Valdiva. Kathy Bianchi. Tyler Ronald Mick. Jessica Bustamante. Luis Enrique Garcia. Daniel Joseph Brown. Colin Thomas Volpe. Carl Laureen Helland. Miranda J. Nowissen. Ryan Stephen Powers. David N. Gorman. Sandy Cerna. Annie Pachensary. Truman B. Daggett. Stephanie Beasley. Maria Elena Soto. Rosia Medel. Shemaya Latrice Cooper. Dominic Stuack. Nicholas Owen Lark. Brandon Michael Carson. Kelly Lynn Going. Kayla Merriweather. Michelle Murphy. Kaylee Rose Ball. Kathleen Marie Overeem. Jamie Ann Zigmont. Vince Gerard Uestrada. Samantha Rose Coella. Jennifer Chandler. Caitlin Marie Garinser. Catherine L. Sidor. Molly J. Aguinagua. Roxanne Michelle Davis. Veronica Vareg. Kevin Jeffrey Enderlin. Rebecca Lucchese. Caitlin Ciara Langley. Anjali Contractor. Ariel Dolores Coleman. Elizabeth Berkman. Isabella Alexis Bellinger. Leanna Minozzi. Ashley Ann Taylor. Lauren Marie Kraus. Kristen Nicole Sexton. Nicole Johnson. Michelle Brittler. Evelyn Jansen. Michael J. Kreider. Aisha Malofsky. Darren James Hawkins. Nathan Allen. Daniel Paul Kroger. Jake Masters. Cynthia Guerrero. Emily Mack. Alyssa Colon. Karen Pasuan. Jessica Byrne. Jennifer Marchin. Emma Marie Mallon. Holly Ariana Alcantar. Joshua Cruz Palacios. Brandy M. Dur Casey. Paulina Madeline Garcia Jimenez. Charity Christian Mitchell. Ramona Marshall Butler. Erica Daly. Yubisha Mitrovic. Jose de Jesus Leon Jr. Jeff Machowski. Eric Michael Diargo. Emma Hill. Serena Connolly. Patrice M. O'Toole Foster. Devonda Lanier Brooks. Kyle Kramer. Sandra Corral. Michelle Grossesley. Craig Thomas Kazubowski. Autumn Bowers. Brittany Pastern. Abby Baum Jones. Leah Rebecca Weiss. Margaret R. Smith. Kirsten Marie Nyman. Michelle Lynn Passioni. Arturo Diaz. Kylie Fuller. James Heffernan. Colin Pascal. Bryant Austin. Matthew C. Dion. Justin Michael Cortez. Andrea Deborah Yaros. Reagan Lee DeMoras. Sherry Scheitler. Peter Anthony Viscoli. Emma Louise Rubeck. Cody Edward Krug. Andrew Weaver. Danielle Nicole Hoover. Jordan Tate. Lazaro C. Pacheco. Ashley Alphonse. Brooklyn Hayes. Christina Palomo. Dipinder Kaur Burke. Jenny Tong. Christian Denise Rainey Ortiz. Jessica Joy Curtis. Jesse Noel Rhetoric. Danny Scott Friend. Bo Michael Carpenter. Michelle Villalobos. Luke Halavic. Matthew Byer. Selena Marchand. Crystal Ruby Gallardo. Tyler Doty. Alexandra Rebecca Craig. Haley Arliss. Emily Chush. Jacob Todd Wenger. Luz Ramos. Brittany Delrose. John Michael Patchell. Orlando Ortiz. Bernadette Latae Austin. Sharinda Teague. Dora Oten. Ishva Hernandez. John Thomas Tamburo. Emer Castillo. Guillermo Santos Jr. Craig Daniel Colfie. Eugene Robert Moretti. Michael Barron. Paige Amy O'Connor. Deanna Marie Lofthouse. Jackson Robert Moore. Nina Therese DeBoer. Christopher E. Carlson. Michael Rodriguez. Trevor Lehman. Alan Tink. Jonathan D. Frazier. Donald W. Brands. Jessica Sheree Porchut. Della M. Cooley. Shannon Marie Buffton. Beth Ann Neal. Melissa Tita Tesso. Janice Christine Dillard. Carrie Nicole Norris. Celine A. Rodriguez. Kirsty Virgil. Andrea Gallarzo Murdy. Nicole Elizabeth Kittle. Nicolette Witt. Nicholas Garrett Melgoza. Kevin Matthew Lemke. Emilio Gatan. Jesus Flores Jr. Kylie Rose Patrick. Mackenzie Ann Hansen. Annalyn Marie Parks. Melissa Zaki. Joy Marie English. Sharice Williams. Corey Ann Posis. Sydney Nicole Fustel. Jacqueline Marie Grosso. Jairi Cecil. Omar Lemus. Evita Semanik Moreno. Raquel Marie Padovich. Ernesto Christopher Lopez. Rebecca Celestine McCollum. Sheila Nengweni Afaase. Paul James Bautista. Justin Turner Grayson. Tashay McGee. Kelly Taylor Weiss. Jillian Frosch. Elizabeth Riley Foley. Crystal D. Bowling. Leo Vernon. Adolfo Ortiz Jr. Bennett Talaber. Jackson Martin Dickinson. Scott K. Cleland. Lauren Angelica Catroni. Jose Chavez. Victor Salgado Jr. Samantha Burzik. Monique DeAndrea Johnson. Nathan Flagda Velati. Anna Lilia Barragan. Rosa Gonzalez. Umair Nabi. German Burgos. Kristen Marie Borger. Ana Pizarro. Christina Boema. Devin Lacoste. Rosa Yanis. Rubicela Artega. Karina Prado. Catherine L. Schmidt. Wendy Gonzalez. Jennifer E. Giroux. Nicole Lee Stroud. Joy Renee Wilkins. Dennis Thomas Gurnick. Rebecca Faith Bargo. Jordan Matthew Ansel. Carrie Gill. Alexandria Magdalene. Christina Renee Bundy. Justin Kakritz. Brent Endelman. Kevin Niles. Jared William Maves. Lacey L. Muir. Levi Meyer. Garrett Sanford. Andrew Blair. Milagros Dominez. Hilda V. Dalator. Karina Ortiz. Tina L. Coy. Monica Hernandez. Stephanie Castaneda. Jesus Arroyo. Bernice B. Landrove. Pedro Olivo. Christoph Fandala. Enrique Carrillo. Tatiana Danko. Jasmine Jennings. Michaela Crystal Marino. Felicia Hager. James McMillan. Elizabeth Lauren Arias. Danielle Mency. Thomas Gonzalez.
This is what it's all about, isn't it? Yay! Some of you have some mighty fine handshakes too, I'll just tell you that. So graduates, please rise. Love you too. Tonight marks a major accomplishment in your lives. In recognition of this achievement, tradition dictates you move your tassels from the right side of your cap to the left. Everyone, please join me in congratulating the Joliet Junior College graduating class of 2019. So well deserved. You may be seated. Oh, just a little bit more, a little bit. It's truly been a privilege to have you as students at JJC. We want you to finish your baccalaureate study if that's where you're headed, and we believe that tonight's culmination of your hard work at JJC is the first significant step to that end. Additionally, our Career Services team will host the 20th annual Joliet Regional Job Fair with 130 employers in this location next Thursday, May 23rd from 1 to 4. So please come back to see us. We hope you will continue to be part of the college community now and in the future. This has now been my favorite time, one of my favorite times. It's been such a wonderful event. We have to commemorate it with our class photo. So hold on and get ready to smile. Tonight, you've been treated to a beautiful ceremony. Thank you to those individuals who were behind the scenes making tonight a success. Charles Morgan and Philip Spencer, JJC music professors. The JJC Brass Ensemble, the Graduation Committee, and volunteer helpers, facility services, campus police, media services, Lisa Perkins and the floral design students for the amazing and beautiful floral arrangements, and the communications and marketing division. There are just a few announcements before we conclude. The first group to enter the stage is the platform party. The faculty and administration, and then the graduates will follow. So please remain seated until the stage party and graduates have left the event center. After recessing from this room, graduates will be led to the front of the building to avoid congestion on the concourse. You can meet your graduates there to celebrate and take photos. We have come to the end of tonight's ceremony. Congratulations, enjoy your well-earned success and the rest of your evening. Congratulations, class of 2019.